Welcome back to another episode. I think you're surprised I came back. With the last episode, I was having some issues programming this, and probably if you had watched it all, you knew right away maybe what was wrong. And I kind of was thinking this had happened, but I probably should have just checked it first. In my actions, back a couple episodes ago when I was first testing out the AI system and the actions, I had created a script called "Take Resource from Storehouse." Okay, and then the last episode, I created another script and I called it "Take Resource from Storage." The one I was working on was the "Take Resource from Storage." However, when I went to the test agent is I added the take resource from storehouse script. So everything that I was doing in here, typing all these things, adding that debug, all of that was never running because I never had that script attached to the object. Okay, so I did that. That was the problem. All right, what I need to do is change this layout. What's properties? No. I want to change it to where it doesn't show this, where it shows it like a list. Maybe that's under preferences. Um, UI scaling. How do I change that where it shows it like a list? Search by type, search label, hidden, 2 columns, add tab. I just want this to show as a list. Um, properties, no. Do the little down arrow now. I wish this was easy. Let me just see. Create, show in Explorer, now rename, import package. There's probably a way to do it. I'll probably have to Google how to do that. Just see. Alright, found it out. There's a little slider right here that can change that. And this is what I want, so I can see the full name of it. Alright, where were we? So, yeah, he's doing it. We're not getting any bugs. The AI is chopping down stuff. Taking it to the storage house. He's not taking anything from the storage house because we have not given it a target. Let's just test it out. Let's see if I go with my AI agent and actually let's play it. I'm going to pause it. And let's just see what happens if I go into him and change his resource target to wood. Alright, not sure what this will do, but we're going to find out. He probably won't do this until after he actually takes it. Alright, there we go. You saw what he did. He did do it twice. He took it out once, he put it back in, but he's not trying to do it again. We really don't want something like that, but we're just going to move on to the next thing. Because he's not going to have a target at that point. Actually, let's see what happens real quick. So here, when I say wood, we'll just do it one more time. And I do like that. Chops it down. He grabs the wood. He places it. Watch the bar go twice. It's weird how it does like... It's backwards and then forwards. I don't know why it's doing that. Actually, I do know why, because of the facing is affecting the toolbar. We don't really want that, but um, let's see, work bar. So you can see the target resource is wood. He currently has no wood. Let's pause it. He now no longer has the target resource. He has the wood. He's now dropping off. You can see it's not there anymore. So, and then he doesn't bother trying to go back to the storehouse again because he never has a target resource. Right now, the AI is set up like he has to have a target resource in order for him to go and even bother taking out, even choosing that as an action. Um, so that becomes the tricky part. Okay, that becomes the tricky part. Let's just make sure I don't already have it. Build any building. That's an action. Gather resource. Take resource from ground. Take resource from storage. Take resource to the blueprint. Take resource to the storage. So we want this one. We're going to make this an agent. Not an agent, an action. All right, we're going to do those overrides again. This time I know those were working before. I just was using the wrong script. Override. Perform action. Did I already mention how many videos this is going to be? It's going to be a lot of videos. A lot of videos if you want to watch me go through all this and try to get this completely working. All right, so what do we need to do for take a resource to the blueprint? Well, it's very similar to this one. Very, very similar. But it is different. And we want it to be different. We want it to be its own thing. This time, instead of gain a store... Wait. Take resource to... No. Let me undo that. Getting the wrong one. Take resource to storage. We want this. We're going to copy all this. Right? We want to copy this. I really need to clean this stuff up. Okay. Let's go to this one. Let's paste that in. So, storage object agent, get the storage object, get the resource. Okay. Okay. Add it. Let's get rid of this. It's pretty much doing the exact same thing, isn't it? We're going to leave that there for now. Getting the target, though, is going to be different. All right, so we're going to copy this. All right. Because when we set the target, we want to choose not a storage building, but a blueprint. We want the blueprint. So only find us blueprints. And we're going to say blueprint building. Now, this is just finding one. Let's go to our village controller. Get task. All right. Check if there are any blueprints. Let's not worry about that. Oh, wait, carry. Create task, target blueprint. Search for any blueprints. Find a build. Check if the build is ready because it has all the resources. So if the build is ready, begin working on building the building. It's not really what we want. All right, here's find a blueprint. Find a storehouse that has the resources and interact with it. Okay, it's checking that stuff. Check if the storage object has the resource. Okay, so we are getting a target resource for this. Target resource is equal to get resource amount. Blueprint.get resource amount. Okay, so that's what we need. So here we go. And we don't have a target resource. Let's just say string. Just do up here string target resource. So this is blueprint. Storage that. Let's change this to blueprint building. And let's change this to blueprint. And this to blueprint buildings. Just copy this. Then Control C. That. Control C. All right, let's do blueprint. Blueprint is equal to this dot get component. Blueprint. Blueprint dot get amount. Okay. Let's go back to the village controller. So check if the storage has the resource. If it contains that resource, this target resource, where's that coming from? Oh, up here. Target resource is this. So this is trying to find it. Let's just go to this definition. Again, I wrote all this code, but it's a lot of code I've written, so I don't always remember all that does. Loop through all the build resources. If storage amount is not full, return the string. So it's just getting a resource type. Now, does that really matter? It kind of depends on how we want to do this. All right. We need to kind of get this to where the AI knows which target resource it needs to look for. Let's just get rid of this. We don't want to set the object. This will happen probably before all that. this is checking whether it contains that. Just check that again. As long as it doesn't return this, so it checks if it's less than the amount, it returns that. So if it goes through them all and returns this, we need to say if I don't think we need to worry about this right here. Let's kind of be a little bit smarter about stuff we do. If target resource is not equal to this, that means we have a target resource. Then we're going to say target. Ooh, this is tough. This is actually just getting the target. The target should be the. Okay, this is a little bit more complicated because we need to find a blueprint before all of this. How do we do that? Because really, this is going to say we're taking something. We already have the target resource. Right? Anyways, I think we still want to do this. But we just don't want it to go through all these actions of like, let's say it said, okay, here's a blueprint. The blueprint just needs one wood. Okay. And then it goes through all these actions to get the one wood and then finds another blueprint. That's not really a big deal, but it's going to go through all the blueprints and it's going to see if this target resource is equal to my target resource. Hold on. Oh, AI agent dot target resource. Then we're going to say AI agent dot AI agent dot target object is equal to uh, well, I mean blueprint building. Okay, am I using this? No, I don't think I'm using that. I'm just getting the blueprint and seeing if it has any resources amount, and then if that target resource, so if that is, then this is going to become our target. So that's all that. But I think in our precondition, we need to have it where we do kind of the same thing here. Okay, but it's not going to have a target. It's not, the AI won't have a target resource. So how does it get that target resource? How does it know? All right, we got to kind of run through this. How does it know what target resource? This was just checking to see if there's any buildings that It doesn't even need to, as long as it finds one blueprint that has this. You know what? No, let's just get rid of this for now. Let's try to do it through the world states. Okay. What is this action we're doing? Just take a resource to a blueprint. So the game state, the world state, there's going to be a blueprint, and the blueprint is not going to be ready. Oh man, this gets kind of tricky. Oh, let's just leave this for now. Just save it. This is why I probably should think through this a little bit more before I just start programming. Maybe it'll be more enjoyable for you. Let me just add it. Add the take-two blueprint. So let's see. The condition is going to be blueprint build blueprint, and the effect is going to be 1. Okay. There should be another condition. Has resource. How can I do a condition where it's a specific resource that the player has? Not that it's in the world state, but the player has this specific resource. The conditions are, or those are the conditions. The effects would be has resource, is a -1. I'm just kind of running through this. It would be a -1, and the blueprint has resource. I mean, how can I have that? Whoops, this would be a 1. If I were to go to my agent planner, I go up to the goals of my agent, not agent planner, but just my regular old agent, AI agent, and we go to these defaults, goal add. We're going to add 2 goals. The goal is that has resource. See, I can't check for that in my current AI planner. It doesn't check. That's not how it checks it. Because if it's less than 0, it says no, you can't do it. This will never satisfy anything. All right. Here's what we're going to do. This effect doesn't matter. Does not matter. Okay. This is the only effect we care about. That now the blueprint has a resource. So in order for to do this, the blueprint, build blueprint, has to be at least 1. The has resource has to be 1. So that means that there has to be a blueprint in order to even have this. This doesn't really need to be there either. Because really we could test this in our take blueprint that there is a actual blueprint that's not ready. Okay, that's not it. Take resource blueprint. So when it checks the conditions, it's going to loop through, find all the blueprints. Uh, if blueprint is not dot is ready. I thought I had that. Ready. Thought I had that somewhere. Build ID, blueprint, has all resources. Oh, I'm so glad I named it that. Doesn't that make sense? Has all resources. So if it doesn't, so if we at least find one and it doesn't, we're going to just return it. If it goes through the whole list of all the blueprints and they already have it, we're going to return false. Okay. So basically, let me go back to my AI agent. The goal is not storage has resource. The goal is going to be blueprint has resource. Okay. Blueprint has resource. So now let me go to here into my task. Blueprint has resource. This has to be the condition. We want to get rid of this. We're going to save it. Just going to run it, see what happens. See if it even does anything. Okay, he's not doing anything because there's no blueprint. I'm going to build a blueprint, which I haven't done in a long time. Okay, so I built a blueprint. Still nothing's happening. Why not? Because we need to change that state. We need to go to our map manager. Map manager, where we say create a blueprint. We're going to say right here, world state dot modify, and we're going to say blueprint. No, 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 no. Am I doing this right? Think, 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 think. The end result is blueprint has resource. The precondition is to take resource to blueprint. This is blueprint has resource. Blueprint has resource. Take resource to blueprint. Agent. Blueprint has resources 1. That's my goal. Blueprint has resource. Has resource is 1. That's the precondition. This is very vague. It needs to be like agent has resource. Let me play it, just see what it's trying to do. Let me build that. Pause it. Console. Created a plan. and it's nothing. We're not getting to this blueprint as resource. Let me play it. Let me clear it. So I cleared it. I might do that. Okay, it's not running. It's AI again. It's not creating a plan. AI agent, when it's an idle, if plan is null, else. So if plan is not null, it does that. If plan is null, oh my gosh, what is? I put this in here because for some reason at the beginning of the new queue, it's not null. How can they? Right here. I'm just going to say plan equals null. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. No. Plan count is less than 1, or plan is equal to null. We're going to have an error anyways because it can't count. It won't be able to count if it's null. See in here, I think we can send back null somewhere. So return null. Can we just return plan? Just return the plan. It should be count 0. So go back to our AI. So we're never nulling it out. Okay. Just a little little things you gotta make sure is doing things correctly. Well, this. Plan.count is greater than 0. Okay, so we know that we at least got one action. If we got no actions, we know we didn't get a plan at all. Okay, we don't have a plan. Let's add this. All right, now he's moving. All right, let's pause it here. See, this is just my graph. It's not telling me what my actions are. I don't think I have a debug where it's actually telling me. Let's just see what happens. Chopping that down, grabbing the resource, and it looks like it's taken to the thing. It did. Okay. Chopping this down, picking that up, and we're getting a bunch of errors. Let me pause it. How much wood do I need? Not pause it, but just stop. In my prefabs, interactables, blueprints, in my farm blueprint. I'm locking this. Like, why can't I see the blueprint? I just need one wood. So if store job to perform this, storage object resource contains resource dot resource name. Okay, so what's happening is, let's play again. See what it did. Nothing. Build that. Okay, took one there. See it's thinking blueprint resources 1. I really need to get some kind of visuals or something that types up. I can see like the plan. Maybe somewhere over here. Saying target. It create a plan. That's all that does. This right here tells me what my graph is. This is telling me all the types that it did. When I go to my AI agent, nowhere do I say, create show plan. Can a queue be serialized? Can you see it in the inspector? That'd be nice. Right? Those are the actions. Target. I don't think I can make it serialized. Let's just see. That'd be nice if I could just see them all. We'll see. I doubt it. Yeah, I don't see the plan if I push play. Yeah, I don't see the plan. What if I go to debug mode? Okay. Nope, I cannot see the plan. So I just need to print that out somehow. Put that there. He's going. Drops it off. Let's stop it because he finished his plan. Created another plan. And these were all the goals he made. His goal is to take resource to storage, take resource on ground, which doesn't make sense because there shouldn't be anything on the ground. Do we have resource on ground is 0, so I don't know why it picked resource on ground. Let me see the resource on ground. See, this has to be 1. I don't know why it would. So I gotta really look. Well, okay, resource on ground because he's doing this. It's kind of weird. His goals aren't doing it correctly. Because, right, he only has one goal. His goal is to blueprint resource has 1. So if we look at his current graphs that he made, he created a graph that took him to this take resource storage. So if I go to take resource storage, this is not his goal. Why would he stop it there? Let's just look through here. Actually, let's push play. I'm going to first let him make his plan. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to clear everything so I can see what his next plan will be. Okay, so he made another plan. So in this plan, he checks that. That condition is good. I mean, he can gather that. He recurses with it. Take it on the ground. That condition's good. Take resource on ground. That's good. Recurse to take resource to storage. Okay, other conditions. Okay, that condition, he can do that. Recurse with it. Take resource from storage. Okay, that condition's good. Goal is blank. I don't have an action named something. Right here. Take resource to blueprint. So maybe that was why I couldn't read it. All right, let's play it. Let's pause it. Let's clear. Let him do his thing. Let's pause it. Now let's see what. Okay, so now we're going to the blueprint. So it was before. So it has two possibilities. Right now it's gather resource, take resource from ground, take it to the storage, and then take it to the blueprint. Then it's gather resource, take it to the resource ground, and then this. All right, here's the problem. With this blueprint, I go take resource from blueprint. When it checks the conditions, if it does not have all of its resources, it returns this. Okay, okay. So right here, when we perform the action of taking it to the blueprint, we need to set that. And where would I do that? Hold on, let me check the blueprint. Check complete. Okay, so this is what we need to call in here. Okay, after the perform, do I have a reference to the blueprint? Blueprint is equal to target object, AI agent dot target object dot get component blueprint. And then down here, we're going to say blueprint dot, no. What did I name it? I didn't name anything. Blueprint. Blueprint dot check complete. Let's see if that changes things up. All right, I feel like we're making progress. I still want to change some of the way it handles the states, the world states. Okay, and it stopped. All right, so well, not only did it stop, but it has errors. Okay, so we create the plan and then it does this. All right, so that's what take resource to blueprint. So right now it's take resource to blueprint. It created a plan, but the plan is nothing. There is nothing in the plan. I don't see anything. I'm looking through. Hold on. I push play. Let me pause it for a sec. Let me turn off these villagers. Okay, so there was no errors. It was just those villagers were having an error. Okay, so we are at the point now where we want the goal to build. You think we could do it in this episode? Let's just get started and see where it goes. Maybe this is a longer video. Let's go to our scripts. Let's create. Actually, we already have one, right? Build any building. It's AI action. We're going to override some things. Override this. Public override this. Okay. In the perform action, let's go to our map manager. Create building, no. Build action, here we go. Let's copy this. Let's plop that down. Blueprint is going to be our target. AI agent. Target object. Create the building, which we need to call from the map manager. Dot instance. Dot create the building. We are blueprint transform. Blueprint transform. Okay, do all that. Destroy the blueprint dot game object. Okay. So that's the action. How do we get our target? We are going to do kind of the same thing here. Set target, copy all that. Where we loop through. Instead of finding a storage building, we're going to find a blueprint. And this is going to be, let's name this to blueprint. Blueprints. Change this to blueprint. We don't actually need this. We don't need any of this. If blueprint dot has, okay, that's the game. Okay. Blueprint. object, objects, blueprint, objects, blueprint objects. Then here we want to say blueprint. Blueprint is equal to blueprint object.getComponent. Blueprint. Then here, blueprint. If blueprint dot has all resources, then our target AI target AI agent dot target is equal to blueprint object. I mean, it's pretty cool when this all works well. Like you can see, like this part is not too hard to do. It's just getting the AI to do it correctly sometimes and figuring out the world states, because all this is fine. So when it's going through and checking this condition, this is where we're going to leave it. We're not going to do any kind of like checking whether it's complete or not. We're going to just have an effect. Oh man, how you do? Yeah, I know how to do it. Okay, I think. So in this right here, take resource to blueprint. After it takes the resource to blueprint, it's going to check if complete. Okay, check complete, right? So if blueprint dot has all resources, so if at that point it has all its resources, we're going to set the world state dot state, modify state. We're going to say ready to build. And we're going to say comma 1. Okay. So in our AI agent, we're going to change this to ready to build. I'm going to leave it at 1. Save that. Let's go to our thing. I know this is a longer video. I'm not sure how long it's been, but I kind of just want to get all of this sorted out and see how it works, and then see how we can tweak it later to improve on the whole world state stuff. Let's go to our agent. Let's add that new task right here. Oops. All right, so let's change to normal. In our build anything, let's first name it. Build a building. The condition is ready to build. Right? Ready to build. And this is a 1. I don't like doing this. All right, I really gotta just think about how to do these effects. I gotta rethink how all this is done, because what I wanted to say for the goal, because it has to find a goal. The goal is this build any building. The goal is we're gonna just say build building is the goal. Okay, let's just do that for now. I'm gonna say 1. Okay, so build building is the goal. Rate to build, all that. Cost is 1. Duration is 1. Okay, let's go to our AI agent. What did I say his goal was? Rate to build. No, that's not his goal. His goal is to build building. That's his goal. He only can build that building with this action. That's right. Build building. That's going to be the goal. After we build a building, we need to remove this from the states. So we'll go to the build a building. After we built it, right here. Wait, does this? Yeah. After we build it, we want to say world state dot states, modify states, build building, comma -1. So we take that away. I'm starting to learn it a little bit better or understanding it. That's why you kind of have to go through all of these things so that you can understand how it works better. All right, let's go to ready to build. Let me go to the resource, take resource. So this is just saying that as the effect. That's not what we want. Oof. Hmm. Let's just test this out. Let's just say ready to build. Whoops. Ready to build. This isn't correct. It's going to be fine for now because we only have one resource. Ready to build is 1. No errors. Said that. Lots of errors. Oh man, just so many debugs here. I just want to see when this is happening right here. Oh, this might be the stupid things again. I just need to get rid of these villagers. I wonder what happens if I don't have any of them. Okay, let's build something. Let's just clear this out. Whoa, okay, it did it instantaneously. It did create the building. It did it instantaneously. I don't know if I didn't put a timer on it. Let's go back up to the top. Let's go here. Missing game object. So, here, let's stop it. Let's go back to the, let's see, did I not put a timer for that? Build building. Oh, I put the, let's make it 10. Just make sure we're doing this correctly. The duration is 10. This timer here for dropping take resource to blueprint. Let's make this 1. Let's play it. Let me do that. Just pause it for a sec. Let's go to the where it actually created the created plan. No. Well, hold on. Let's just do this again. Let me clear it, play it. Well, here, this is it right here. It made a graph here. Build build a building, take resource from blueprint, take resource to storage, take it to gather, pick it from the ground, take it to storage, take it to the blueprint, then build the building. Gather the resources, take the resource from the ground, take the resource to the blueprint, take resource to the storage. So, all right, build the building. Okay. Gather again, take the resource on the ground, take it to the blueprint, and then we can build the building. And so I'm assuming it's taking this last one. So it seems to be doing the actions right. So let's do like this. Takes it here, picks it up, drops it off. Okay, we're working on it, but we've lost something. Or are those stupid villagers again? Let's play it. Let's take them, turn them off. We gotta make sure that those guys are not interfering with us. I just need to quit creating them. All right, let's clear, add. Yep, so it does that. Takes it there. It's working on it. Okay. It's building it. It's going to take a little bit. And then it should give us that error again. I'll probably call it a quits for this video. Let's pause it. We're getting errors, but we did build a farm. All right. All right, so say it's missing when it's checking this. I'm just looking at all this. The gather objects is a -1. We also have gather object equals 1. How can we, oh, so I'm typing in something wrong here. We got two different instances that are showing that. We have array to build is a 2. Um, I'm just trying to see if there's a, this was the only plan it created. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to figure this out off screen. Um, so we did quite a bit in this video. We got to take things to a blueprint and actually build a building. It's probably like completely wrong with the world states and how you would go about doing this. You know, we're not even accounting for if there's like two villagers and trying to go for the same object. So, but this learning experience for myself, trying to figure out how to use the goal-oriented object programming, or not programming, goal, uh, what was it, goal something action plan, goal-oriented action plan. I'm just trying to do these planners with these world states, try and figure this out. But we're making progress. You know, we're in episode 37 now. We're making progress with this system and hopefully can improve on it, make it better. I mean, here's the error here. When it created a plan and it's performing this plan. And then it looks like I'm looking at the time. Uh, Anyways, we no longer have a blueprint, but maybe in our game objects, let me go to my map manager, all objects, see we're missing one. This was probably from let me go to, when we build any building, we want to say map manager dot instance dot all game objects dot remove the blueprint dot game object. Okay. And this blueprint is the target. So let's see if that changes anything. And then we'll call it quits. Let me pause it, get rid of these villagers. I mean, there's a lot more to do. We are like hard coding, saying the target as a wood. Okay. That seems to have given us a different error. Performing build building. I think it keeps creating this plan and just saying, hey, build building. It shouldn't do this if there's no blueprint. And the reason why there's blueprint, because look, blueprint is a 1. So we have to go in here and set the world build building is -1. The, what is it, ready blueprint is -1. So we got to change these states. Let's play it again and just see if that fixes that error. So he's basically creating another plan. That's because the world state's saying, hey, there's a blueprint, but really there is no blueprint. Oh, no. What? Oh, stupid things. Let's get rid of those villagers. Let's clear it. Both of these gone. All right, let's see. There he goes. His building. Come on, build that farm. Okay, we're still getting those errors. Blueprint is 1. Right, ready blueprint. Ready blueprint. Blueprint is -1. Okay. Somewhere I'm going to have some kind of system or some way to know what are all these states. And so I'm not hard coding all these different things. Maybe using enums or something to kind of help. I want to get rid of these. See, you see how it says right to build equals 2? That shouldn't be happening. Okay. Well, we're going to stop it there. I'll figure those things out later. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for being patient. I know these are long videos of me kind of messing up quite a bit. We're making some progress, but there's a lot of tweaks and revisions we need to do to the system. But once we get the system in place and working well and getting back to the state we were at, I think things will start going a little bit smoother, and we'll be able to go on to the next portion of making this game. But this is all part of programming as you kind of plan program and see how things work, and they don't work, and you have to redo some things, you're gonna come across this kind of stuff, or at least I am. It's just me. I don't know. But thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.